YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again to hit you with a video. Now this video right here comes out of Baltimore, Maryland. Big shout out to everybody that's in Baltimore, the whole Maryland area, from Columbia to Germantown to Frederick to Waldorf, wherever the hell that's at. But anyway, big shout out to you all. Now I know you all probably seen this story. If not, you should at least heard about this story. And at first, I wasn't going to do a video about this story because I have so many other videos that I'm trying to push out. But at the same time, I had a lot of people requesting the videos, and big shout out to you, my subscribers, my family, because I don't have fans. You know, only fans you should have is a fan to keep you cool. But anyway, so big shout out to you all for requesting this, because I feel the same way that you all feel. Like, we should call out the black cops just like we should call out any other cop that do this type of thing. And what this cop did was very sad, and it was clearly wrong, because him and this guy, this wasn't their first time having a run-in with each other. Now, him and this guy actually had got into it back in June, where the guy was actually arrested for assault and other various charges dealing with this same police officer. So fast forward about a month and a half, 2 months later, when the officer sees him again, that's when he pretty much get into it. Now, how the story was go, how I was told, and the people that's in the Be More area, and big shout out to you all for basically, you know, sending me emails and telling me what all went on. Basically, the guy was just sitting outside on his steps, and the officer drove by. You know how like they just regular drive by like any other car. So the officer sees him sitting on the steps, then proceed to turn around. Now, this was after they got into it in June. That's what you see on the video now, which was edited, you know, due to the violent nature. But I'll leave a link in the description below so you all can go check it out and see what this officer really did. Now, when the officer seen him sitting on the steps, the officer made a block and came back around. He parked the car, and that's when he got out on foot, him and his other partner, and he was headed toward that guy away, and the guy wasn't doing nothing. And the officer was stopping and trying to ask him some questions like he didn't know him and stuff, basically trying to provoke him to anger. Because if you already know this guy, y'all already got into it, and you already done had charges brought against this man, assault and everything, which he still, you know what I'm saying, fighting in court. You know this guy's name, so there's no need for you to ask what's his name and all that. You did this because he was targeting, he did this because he was targeting this certain individual, which is clearly wrong. That is not proper policing. And if it is, please let me know, how did you come to that conclusion? I'm going to read a snippet from this story, and I'm going to give my opinion. Surely, as we go. Jaw, nose, rib, fracture. Baltimore cop resigns after video of him pummeling a defenseless man went viral. And yes, he beat the shit out that man. He beat the living hell out that guy like that guy stole something from him. I mean, let's just be real. Now, Baltimore officer Arthur Williams, looked like a damn Arthur, last name Williams, resigns after video shows him punching suspect Deshaun McGreer, suffering broken nose, a fractured jaw, and broken ribs also. Basically, just beat this guy like he was nothing, like he was a piece of shit. Let's just keep it real. Excuse my French, my English, for those who don't like certain words. But anyway, I got to keep it real. But at the same time, why did this cop take it this far? Why did you put your job on the line, you know what I'm saying, over something that's personal? Because it was very personal, because only thing you had to do just keep driving on down the street. But no, you seen this guy, and then you still had something to get off your chest, just like a lot of cops do. And I might be talking to some people right now, or some of the police officers who does this type of policing, where they will see you and they will be mad at you because you got a better car than them. Maybe you have a better job than them. Maybe you hustle better than them. I'm talking about the legal way. We're not talking about anything illegal. The hell with that shit. You feel me? But anyway, you have some be mad because maybe they want the woman you with, or you done had sex with his wife or girlfriend or something, or daughter or something. I mean, it's serious. I mean, there's no other way around it. Jealousy is a mug, you know. Now, I don't know if this cop was jealous of this guy or whatnot. I don't know their background, but all I'm saying is that this vendetta they had against each other was very personal. Now, a Baltimore police officer has quit after video of him repeatedly pummeling a suspect in the face went viral. Officer Arthur Williams' resignation comes a day after the video of the incident was posted on Saturday, only to soon go viral. And I'm glad it didn't go viral, because like I said, I didn't want to do it, but then a lot of people asked me, you know, to do it. And then at the same time, I said, you know what? What if I was in that guy's shoe? Because there's been a lot of cops. I done got harassed by black, white, light skin, dark skin, Chinese. They all come at your boy. You know what I'm saying? They just see me and just say, oh, that's Nature Boy right there. Let's get him. Now, the video shows the unidentified police officer pushing and then welling on an unarmed suspect, Deshaun McGreer, 26 years old, who at no stage appears to be offering any physical resistance. He didn't offer any physical resistance. He was basically telling man, why you messing with me? Period, point blank. And then, you know, they was getting loud with each other, but men gonna talk. You don't supposed to talk like no damn girl and you a damn man. Let's just keep it real, and no offense to whoever do, so don't take it there. The point I'm making is this, is if a man in my face, I'm gonna talk to him just like a man. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me like a man, I'm gonna talk to you like a man. Your uniform do not make you no more special than me, because you put your pants on one leg at a time just like I do. Now, according to Baltimore police, 2 officers had stopped McGreer, let him go, then approached him again to give him a citizen contact sheet. No, you didn't approach him again to give him a citizen contact sheet. You approached Mr. McGreer again to give him a citizen ass whooping, because that's exactly what we seen. We didn't hear nothing about no contact sheet. Only thing we seen was contact. Now, when he was asked for his identification, the situation escalated when he refused. The department said the police officer then struck the man several times, but you cannot beat somebody's ass just because they refuse to give you their name when you already know my name. Hell, we done got into it a month or two ago. So you don't know my name? I mean, we going to court right now over some charges that you don't put on me. You don't know my name? The point is, you want to escalate this even further, and that's sad. That's sad that you would have somebody look just like you, who we call our brothers, our sisters, and they be the main ones doing you dirty sometimes. And just like I said at the beginning of the video, because I don't want nobody to get this twisted, even though people gonna get it twisted regardless. I mean, come on. If we call out the white cops for doing this type of stuff, we should also call out the black cops. To hell with all that, because let me tell you something, when shit hits the fan, you're gonna see how many people really are people then. Now, the cops' resignation follows the Baltimore police officer being suspended. Officer Arthur Williams, who been with the police for he been with the police force for less than a year. Only a year, and he's already putting the paws on somebody. He already done had an altercation with the same guy. What the hell is going on? It sounds like that he should have been in the MMA instead of on a damn BPD. Now, I'm deeply disturbed by the video that surfaced online. Interim Police Commissioner Gary Tuggle said in a statement Saturday, the officer involved has been suspended while we investigate the totality of this incident. Part of our investigation will be reviewing body-worn camera footage. Yeah, we got the damn camera footage right now, and it's rolling that big old beautiful beam footage. So we don't need all this. We need to look at it. We need to look at it closer. No, that was clearly assault, and this officer should have been arrested. Also, you can't go around beating somebody's ass and damn near kill them, and then you know that's the day you decide I'm gonna lose my job today. To hell with all this. I ain't gonna get in no trouble anyway. No, he should get charged on him, just like if Mr. McGreer would have beat him up like that. It should go the same way, because this guy did not assault him. The cop assaulted the civilian. Now, come Sunday, Baltimore police said that the officer had resigned. He was going to have to resign anyway, because the people weren't going to stop till he did, and we need to do the same thing to these other ones who clearly get out of line. Now, the officer involved in yesterday's incident is no longer with the Baltimore Police Department. Interim Commissioner Tuggle has accepted his resignation, the statement said. Disgust and disappointment, to be honest. I think when you look at that, you see everything that is wrong with the police department and not everything that is right. Baltimore Council member Brandon Scott said, this is someone who could not take verbal things coming at them. And as a police officer, listen how he says it. He said, this is someone who could not take verbal things coming at them. And as a police officer, anyone in public service, that's something you are going to have to deal with, he said. So he basically saying this guy didn't verbally obeyed the police officer, which to a point he didn't. That's because they already had a fight and altercations and everything, and this cop was harassing this man. I mean, it's not like the guy just flat out denied him, because if that's the case, he would have fought him back. He would have just sat there and took a ass whooping. And I don't know too many men who gonna take a ass whooping like that. I mean, if you beat my ass, you beat my ass. But best believe you gonna know you been in a fight. So it wasn't like the guy had any malice toward the cop. The cop is the one that was driving, turned around, got out of his car with his partner, then walked up to approach this man. So he already had on his mind to antagonize this man and harass this man. So yes, the bastard needs to be fired, point blank. Now, McGreer's lawyer, Warren Brown, said Saturday beating is the second time the officer attacked McGreer. I mean, y'all didn't recognize this the first time, so he comes back this time and beat him up even worse. And then this is what we have to deal with. The police department and the commissioner, interim commissioner, chief, whoever, they should have took care of this the first time this incident occurred, not wait a month or two later when this cop that you have on your force, who you are responsible for, is still walking around with personal beef and personal vendetta against this civilian. You cannot do that. Now, according to Brown, a June incident resulted in McGreer being charged with assault. They already charged the man with assault. The officer also charged the man with disorderly conduct, obstructing and hindering and resisting arrest. Basically messing with this man and trying to get him on the same damn charges that he once got him on before. That's why the guy was offensive. Like, you already know me. You're harassing me. I'm not doing anything. What is your probable cause? You just can't walk up on me and just mess with me. I'm not on probation or parole. Now, Brown said that in that incident, in the one Saturday, McGreal was targeted without justification by Officer Arthur Williams. Yes, and that's a good ass lawyer right there, because he's calling it out for exactly what it is. He was targeted. When that cop drove by and seen him, I guarantee you, if he wouldn't have seen him, he wouldn't have stopped. So evidently it was something very personal, and I really want to know what the hell they fighting for, because it sounds like, to me, this has something to do with some money or some damn women or something. It's something going on behind the scenes. Now, according to Brown, McGreal was sitting on the steps when Williams passed by in his vehicle. Then moments later was walking down the street when an officer, now on foot, told him to stop without giving him a reason. My client was saying, "What is all this about? You don't even have probable cause." Brown said that's when Williams began shoving McGreal. Brown said, "It seems like this officer had just decided that Deshaun was going to be his punching bag," Brown told the Baltimore Sun. And that's the damn truth. He made that conscious decision. Listen, he made a conscious decision to drive around that block and already thinking, so it's premeditated, because he already know what he's going to do before you do it. I mean, before he did it. Just like a lot of us know what we're going to do before we do it, even though a lot of us don't like to tell the truth and admit. But at the same time, this was done with intent and intentional malice to cause this man bodily harm. Let me be your lawyer. Now, anyway, and this was a brutal attack that was degrading and demeaning to my client, to that community, and to the police department. Yes, to the very community. You have a grown man out here, you beaten down like a dog. I mean, we'll raise hell if we see an animal getting beaten like that. So we got to raise hell when we see a human being getting treated that same way, especially to add insult to injury. Just like you get a damn sword, somebody come pour salt on it. To add insult to injury, to make it even more hurtful, is the fact that this person looked just like you. So our attention shouldn't just be on one side. It should be ever who ain't right and wrong. That's the things that we have to deal with in this world, in this country. What is right and what is wrong. Period, point blank, and slice it right down the middle. Now let me go and finish now. It says, angry, I was crying, I was hurt because I felt like I couldn't do anything to protect him, and we couldn't do anything when someone we care about goes through that, said Chantel Allen, McGreal's sister. The second officer seen in the video, who had no stage sought to stop the violence, has been placed on administrative duties. His identity has not been released. And also, if you're a police and your job is to protect and serve, even though they don't have protect on a car no more, a lot of them don't have protect on them. They just have police now. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's not to protect no more. And no offense or whatever, however you want to take it. But at the same time, if you're an officer, shouldn't your number one duty be to uphold the law and uphold the peace? So the peace was being broken when your fellow officer, which I know that you all like to go against your fellow officer, was down here beating the hell out this man. So the only thing you had to do was just break it up. You feel me? Maybe the guy could have maybe the guy job could have been salvaged. Maybe he wouldn't have lost his job if he wouldn't have went too far. One or two punch, okay, put him on leave for a while and might fire him still, but maybe they wouldn't have. But the fact that he beat this man down is what caused even more harm. And then the fact the other officer stopped there and let it go on. Like, damn, you ain't gonna jump in and stop this? Let me know what you all think about this, because it's sad that, like I said, that we have people who look like us doing us the same way other people who don't look like us do us. And me, I catch hell from everybody, and y'all can already see why, I guess. But anyway, it's all good, because the Most High got my back. Let me know what you all think about this. And to Mr. McGreal, man, I wish you a speedy recovery. And also, what you need to do, you need to sue the city. You need to get you a good lawyer and sue the city. I don't know if this lawyer that you got, criminal lawyer, I don't know if he's practicing civil law, but at the same time, you need to find a way to sue the city, sue the police department, because this was done with intent. And also, if you can prove that the first time, because you have an open and shut case, which means that you're going to win, because it doesn't happen more than one time. And thank goodness that it was caught on video, but I'm sad that it happened, but it's good that it was at least caught on video, because it would have been your word against his. Let me know what you all think about this, and especially my people in Maryland and the Baltimore area. Y'all get in the comment section and chime in, because it's sad, man. It's sad that, you know, all this could have been avoided. This guy done lost his job. This guy in the hospital and already got charges that this cop done already put on him. They ought to drop them charges. The district attorney, the DA ought to drop that man charges, because you can clearly see that this man was targeted by one of your officers. Let me know what you all think. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely share the video and watch your back. You know what I'm saying? Be respectful to police, but at the same time, demand respect back. And whatever you do, don't reach for nothing. You feel me? Don't give them a reason to shoot you now. I ain't telling you to go out there and get shot. But at the same time, make sure you keep them cameras rolling, because you just never know when the eyes of the ranger are up on you. Anyway, y'all stay blessed. I'm out.